Okay, so in this tutorial, we will discuss about introduction to RPA. So first of all, what is RPA stands for? RPA stands for Robotics Process Automation. So before jumping into what is RPA, first of all, let's understand these terms. What is robotics, what is process, and what is automation? So robotics is a branch of computer science and engineering. It involves design, construction, operation, and use of robots. The goal of robotics is to design machines that can help and assist humans. Whenever we hear the term robot, okay, so in our mind, we have a picture of physical machine, physical robot doing some work. So basically that physical machine is doing nothing but mimicking the human action. Okay, but here in RPA, robotics is also do the same thing. Here also, robot is to replace the human work basically. Robot makes the human actions. But here we don't have any physical machine, but in the form of virtual, in the form of software. Then we have a term process. So what is meant by process? A process is a series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular task. So for an example, if we have to make a cup of tea, then we have to boil some water, right? And after some time, when water starts boiling, then we have to pour a glass of milk in the pot. Then we have to pour sugar. Then we have to pour tea leaves. Okay, so there is a step by step actions we have to perform to make a cup of tea, to perform a task, to complete the task, that is to make a cup of tea. We have to perform different steps. So those steps all together is nothing called a process. Let's move to the another term, that is automation. So the use or introduction of automatic equipment in a manufacturing or other process or facility is nothing but automation. Automation, when process happens automatically, is called automation. So whenever, okay, some action or some task is happening automatically, okay, without human intervention, okay, then that's called automation. So if we combine all these three words together, robotics, process, and automation, then what's happening? There is a process, there is a series of tasks, action, okay, and those series of tasks, action, we are going to automate. Okay, those will happen without human intervention. And who is going to do that? Some robot is going to perform that. So that's why it is called robotics process automation, RPA. Okay, so what is RPA? RPA is a form of business process automation technology based on metaphorical software robots, which we also called as bots, or an artificial intelligence or digital worker. So basically, whatever process we create and deploy in a machine, so that we call, sometimes we call as a robot, sometimes we call it as a bots as well, or digital workers as well, because they are also doing the job which can be done by an employee. Okay, so that's why we are calling them as a digital worker, okay, or bots. So RPA can automate highly manual tasks, okay, repetitive and rule based process. So if we have a task which is repetitive, which we do on a daily basis or regular basis, and that task is a rule based, okay, then we can automate that task by using RPA. RPA usually interacts with graphical user interface. Okay, so there can be a question, means if we have to automate a task, we can have an API, and API can work in the backend. But there can be some tasks, or there are some applications for which we don't have API. For legacies application, we don't have APIs. Okay, and those tasks can only be done by interacting with UI element, by interacting with graphical user interface only. So here what RPA do, RPA do the same thing as humans, as how human interacts with graphical user interface. Okay, so that's why this can lower the barrier of the use of automation in products, okay, that might not otherwise feature API. Okay, so in whatever application in which API feature is not available, that can be automated by using RPA. So now the question is, why RPA? Why someone should use RPA? So why, by using RPA, the cost can be reduced. Okay, so in company, if there are many workers are there who is doing some job, some data entry job, they are doing it. Okay, so that job can be done by RPA, a bot. Okay, so bot can do that, and bot can do very faster. Okay, and bot can run 24/7. Okay, and overall cost will be much, uh, overall cost is, less as compare of whatever companies will pay to the employees. Okay, so I will say it will reduce the cost. Okay, but that doesn't mean RP is going to replace humans. Okay, human can do some another job where critical thinking or logical thinking will be required, as RPA is only for rule based and repetitive tasks. Okay, and let's talk about another term, that is increased speed. By using RPA, whatever task humans are doing, okay, in 10 minutes, that can be done in 5 minutes. Okay, so that can be reduced. Time, execution time can be faster. Execution, overall execution time can be reduced. Then we have high accuracy. So humans can do mistakes, but machines rarely do mistakes. So that's why if we implement automation, okay, in our process, if we automate a process, then chances of failure, okay, will be very less. Okay, so accuracy will be high. Extra security. So humans, if suppose someone have to enter a data from multiple sources into one Excel sheet, they have to consolidate that. So they have to copy the data and paste it and collect it in a Excel sheet. So they can, that data can be exposed. Okay, suppose there is a financial data, so those data can be exposed, because which employee is doing that task, okay, that employee can see that data. But here if we use RPA, then bots, okay, by using bots we can have extra security. Okay, those data can be secured. Then low code. So as compare of other programming languages, RPA, in RPA we have a low code. Okay, whatever can be done by writing hundreds lines of code can be done easily by using just drag and drop features in RPA. Okay, so here is an example for RPA. So in a company there is a requirement that one employee, what he do on a daily basis, he collects the data from different sources, from database, from Excel file, from a website, okay, from an employee management website, and they collect all the data and enter into a Excel. So basically they that employee consolidate all the data and create an Excel sheet, and that Excel sheet that employee have to send to his manager, to his superior on a daily basis. Okay, and he is very, this task is very tedious and repetitive task, and he have to do this task on a daily basis. Okay, so he is very tired of doing this, because hundreds of data he have to process daily. Okay, so this task can be automated. So robot can easily do this task. Robot can easily fetch the data from different sources, put those data into Excel sheet, and in very less execution time, that data can be sent to business, okay, or superior or manager. And bot can, continue collecting the data. Bot can do this 24/7. Now in market there are different tools in RPA. So RPA is nothing but a concept, okay. And to build automation, there are different companies who is providing softwares, okay. So UiPath is there, Blue Prism, Power Automate, Automation Anywhere. So these are the different tools. By using these tools we can create an automation. So UiPath is a company which provides tool, okay, for the automation. Then we have Blue Prism also. Blue Prism also another company which provides software to develop the RPA. Then Microsoft Power Automate is nothing but Microsoft's product, and Microsoft is also now providing features for RPA. Then Automation Anywhere. Automation Anywhere is another company which provides RPA softwares. So these are the top companies. These are the market leaders in the RPA field. There are few more companies, but these are the market leaders in RPA field. So this is all about introduction to RPA.